guys, what's up? It's Franny, and today's video is going to be on how to cover up your acne without looking cakey. I feel like that is something that I feel a lot of people struggle with. That was something that I definitely struggled with, learning or putting on makeup. I see a lot of you guys comment all the time that you guys typically don't wear a lot of makeup. You're just starting to put on makeup, so I felt like, you know, doing a video like this will help you guys out a little bit. But before we get into the video and me applying the makeup, I just want to talk to you about some brushes that I have been using and that I've actually been loving a lot. So the brushes that I've been using for the past few days and like trying them out, and I actually love them a lot, it is the Vanity Planet oval brush set. So this is what they look like. They're all black and they all come in different shapes and sizes. There is 10 of them, and there are brushes for foundation, concealer, contouring, whatever. Oh, they're all falling. Whatever you need the brush for, honestly. So the brush is super flexible, super bendy, it's super durable. So when you're applying the makeup, it allows you to really, you know, get everywhere on your face because it just bends with the way you're going. So that is something that I absolutely love about this. So these brushes are compact and the synthetic bristles feel just absolutely amazing. They're super soft, they keep their shape, and you use less makeup because the makeup doesn't get stuck and caught. That's why I thought, you know, playing around with these brushes, I thought these brushes were great for this type of video, like I said, because I'm trying to cover up my acne without looking cakey, but it still gives great coverage and it doesn't leave it streaky or sheer. The brushes are 100% cruelty-free. I love using cruelty-free products, and they're super easy to clean, very easy to clean, because since they're so compact, not that much makeup gets stuck inside of it. It's really kind of at the top, so you're really just brushing out the makeup on top. These brushes are amazing. They give you such a flawless finish for foundation. So since I love how I have one in my hand. So since I love these brushes so much, I'm gonna be giving you guys a discount code down below for 70% off on the brush set. It's awesome, it's amazing. I'm gonna leave the link down below, the discount code. You guys don't have to do any of the work. I'll do the work. You just gotta click a few buttons and you're there. All right guys, so now to get into the video, like I said, these brushes are awesome for putting on a good amount of makeup. You're not wasting the product. So like I said, that's why I really wanted to use these brushes for this specific video. So let's get started. And my face has been breaking out a little bit because I got a facial last week, and when I get facials, I tend to break out a good amount, and you know, I get red and stuff because, you know, when you get a facial, it does irritate my skin a little bit. I have a few, you know, pimples going down and stuff, and it's also that time of the month, so it's just a mixture of things. So I have extra redness on my face right now for my pimples. Great. So that's why I was like, let me just do a video on how I cover up my acne. So first off, like I said, when you have a lot of acne and you have a lot of scarring, you have a lot of redness, it's very easy to just cake on a lot of makeup because you just want to cover it up. It looks caked on, it doesn't look smooth, it doesn't look flawless, it just looks flaky and not good on your face, basically. So basically, tip number one, make sure that you have a good moisturizer under your foundation. If you are super oily or oil combination skin like me, use an oil-free moisturizer, but I feel like having a really good moisturizer is key to also not making your foundation look flaky and cakey on your face. Trust me, from experience. So the next thing I like to do is use a primer. I use a serum just because I like that extra infusion in my face, that extra moisturization. But I'm telling you, primers do help a ton with not making the makeup look cakey and not, like I said before, flaky and stuff like that. So the serum that I absolutely love, and it is a little pricey, but it's just incredible, I love it, is the Franny Unicorn Essence. I think I've used this in a video before. Take just like literally a syringe full of that, put on my fingers, and I applied this with my fingers. Just easier to use it than with a brush. It smells so good. It smells like candy. So use a good primer, serum, whatever you like to use with your foundation. I feel like it does make a difference though. Ooh, my face is right after that. So now the foundation that I'm going to be using is the Power Fabric Giorgio Armani foundation in 4.5, and then I mix it with a little bit, I know it's weird, I mix like my high-end foundation with my drugstore foundation, but it's been working, so I'm not complaining. And I use the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow in 208 Sun Beige. I literally put just like a dot of this in to give my face some color because I feel like this one is a little too light for me right now. So basically this Giorgio Armani foundation, it is, I would say like medium coverage. When I put it on, I can still see a little bit of redness on some parts of my face. I can see a little bit of pimples and stuff, but I kind of like that because when you put a foundation on or you start layering on foundation that is just way too heavy, obviously that's when it starts getting cakey. When you use a foundation, you have acne, you want to use, unless you love full coverage and you just don't put on layers and layers, but personally, the best trick for not a cakey face is using kind of like a medium coverage foundation, and then like I'll be showing you, wherever you have the acne or the spots on your face, just use a thicker concealer to just dab onto the spots that are red or you can see through the foundation, because I feel like the rest of your face shouldn't suffer just because you have a few pimples on your forehead, if that makes sense. If you don't need the extra coverage on your cheeks, then you don't have to put more on your cheeks, you know? You just have to put where it's needed. And I'd rather just use a thick concealer a little bit and it just does the job. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now because it's gonna take forever. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Power Fabric and I just put a pump of that on my hand. Okay, so I put like a drop of that on. Also, excuse the glitter on my hand. I was at Sephora just watching something. So yeah, I just put a little bit of that. I just mix it on my hand and I like to just apply it with my finger. This covers about half of my face. So now I'm gonna take the biggest brush out of the collection to blend out my foundation, and then, you know, switch up the brushes if you need to, but I like using the big one for right now. It's so soft. And then since it bends like this, I can like get underneath my neck really easily, but like my chin area. So now I'm gonna be putting half a pump with a little dot of this on my forehead. Okay, so I'm gonna take the same brush, and like look, there's really like no foundation on here. Does great things, these brushes, I'm telling you. Okay, so now I'm going to conceal my face. I'm gonna conceal / highlight under my eyes and the other parts I usually do, conceal and highlight. It's like both concealing and highlighting, same thing to me, I don't know. So I'm gonna be doing in the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS, and I'm gonna be using Custard. So I use this just for extra coverage because it's basically my skin tone under my eye area and whatnot. And then I like to take, in the same type of concealer, Vanilla. And this lighter one I put closer to my eyes for highlight, and then the rest I put on top of the other thing. On top of the other concealer. Sorry if you can hear the gardeners. They usually come in the morning, and I guess they're coming in the early afternoon now, and I have no ideas, and I probably wouldn't have done this if I knew they were coming. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so now that I concealed, you know, those areas, I'm gonna be taking one of the smaller brushes, probably this one, and blend everything out. So I'm just blending all the concealer that I got on my face right now. And these brushes are really good for blending out like the lines under your eyes and stuff and the makeup going in it. Okay, so now that I've concealed that area, now I'm going for the pimples. So this part I like to do with my fingers, just because I feel like I have more control with my fingers. It just blends and melts the product. I don't want to say melts, but it blends the product a lot better onto my skin when I use my fingers, just personally. So basically I'm gonna be using the Soft Matte Complete Concealer by NARS, and it is in Custard, and basically this concealer is just super extra full coverage concealer. It's really thick, it's really creamy. You know what, actually what I'm gonna do is I'll actually use one of these brushes to apply it on and then blend it out with my fingers. So I'm just dabbing the brush into the pot. There we go. And as you can see, you can still see the problem areas, but my skin still looks glowy. It's not cakey because I'm not gonna keep caking on layers. So I like to blend around the problem area, just dabbing it with my finger. And yeah, that's like basically what I do, because I don't know, I just hate layering on foundation. I don't know why, it's just like, I hate when there's just so much on my face. And I love makeup, I love putting makeup on, but when there's just layers and layers and it just looks cakey and flaky, it's just not cute to me. So I love to just take a really full coverage concealer and just put it on the problem area and just dab it in, and you are honestly set to go. This is basically how I cover up my acne, full face makeup without looking cakey. It's honestly just moisturization, prep, priming. I've said this so many times, but just not putting so many layers on, just taking a little bit of concealer and dabbing it on. I'm going to go and set my face base, contour, do the rest of all that jazz, and I will come back to end the video. Alright guys, so I just finished doing my makeup. I didn't do eyeliner or lashes today because what I'm planning on doing today is very chill, nothing too crazy. So I just put a little bit of eyeshadow on with some mascara, and this is basically the final look. Like, you really can't see any of my acne, and I personally don't think it looks cakey. I think it looks, you know, smooth and flawless and just not chunky and flaky and all that jazz. But yeah, if you want to take a look. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on what you thought. If you have any video ideas for me, please let me know. Please turn on your push notifications so when I upload, y'all get that notification right away and y'all can click it right away and you can watch it right away. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!